The last day of summer. Me and my friends were exploring this abandoned building once, and it was crazier than we thought. So me and my three friends, let's call them Joe, Bud, and Reagan, we were bored on the last day of summer and wanted something exciting to do. Bud said, "How about we go explore something?" At first, we didn't really want to do that. It felt too boring. All the abandoned buildings around our town were already explored or demolished, but Bud told us about a new abandoned building. One that any of us had ever heard about. We hadn't even seen the building, even though almost all of us had lived in that town for 18 years. Except for Reagan. He moved in a couple of years back. Once Bud told us about a house that we had never heard of, all of us got very excited. All the other abandoned buildings were lame, but this one sounded very thrilling. "The building is said to be an old psych ward," Bud said. That got us even more excited. "How old is it?" I asked. "Well, I don't really know," Bud said. "All I know is that it's abandoned and supposed to be very scary, and there may even be traps," Bud added. "Wow," we all said in unison. The traps made it more exciting for us because we were young and thought it's like a video game. We got outside, hopped on our bikes, and took off. We stopped by a store and got some snacks and energy drinks to enjoy while we were inside the building. Then it was time to go. We went into a forest nearby. Bud was the only one who knew where this place was. That made me a little bit suspicious about this whole thing. That, and the fact that this was supposed to be an abandoned psych ward that none of us knew about. We walked on this path through a dense forest. The path was old, and no one had been there in ages. Or so we thought. It was dark, even though it was during the day, because the forest was that dense. Then I started to see light coming through the thick leaves and branches, and a building. Pretty small, I thought. The building was quite small, about the size of a 2-story house. It looked small because I imagined a psych ward to be huge. It looked abandoned, but not completely worn off by the weather. The windows had bars on them, and the paint was in pretty good shape. A few cracks here and there, but nothing big. Surprisingly, it did not have any fence or gate surrounding it, just the building in the middle of the woods. "How the hell have we not heard about this?" Joe said. "I don't know," I answered in disbelief. We walked up to the front door. It looked almost normal, but it had bars on its windows. We tried the handle. The door unlocked and we opened it. As we got inside, everything looked brand new. Walls were painted a light blue color, and the floor was made from wood. All in darn good shape for an abandoned building. Everyone was pretty anxious about the whole thing. I could feel it. "How long has this even been abandoned?" I asked. "Oh, I don't know, but it doesn't look abandoned," Bud said with this horrified look on his face. He looked like he didn't have any clue about this place, and from how he talked earlier, it seemed like he had been inside this building before. "So, you've never been here?" I asked with a small bit of anger in my voice. "Nope," he told us. Now we all were scared as hell. I sensed that in each of us. We were all scared and wanted to get out, but our egos didn't allow it and we continued exploring. We went into a room. It had a sofa in it and a couple of chairs with restraints on it. "Wow, this actually is abandoned and old," Reagan said. "These types of chairs were not used anymore," he added. Apparently, he was really into abandoned hospitals and psych wards and had been researching them a lot. Then we heard a ghostly voice whisper, "Get out!" "What the fuck?" Joe said loudly. Then we heard a door slam shut with footsteps, followed by what seemed to be chains rattling or someone walking with chains on their body. We looked behind us and the door to the room was closed. "Did that door just slam shut?" I stuttered. I was terrified and almost had a panic attack. "I think it did," Reagan said, also stuttering. "We need to get out," Bud yelled. So we did. Joe went first and opened the door slowly. We heard nothing. We stepped back into the lobby. We heard a whisper. But I couldn't hear what it said. Then we heard the chain rattle again. It sounded like it was coming closer, and it was. Every second that passed, that sound came closer and closer. We started walking towards the exit. We wanted to get out of there. I tried to open the front door, but it didn't open. "What?" I thought. We just came in from that door maybe 20 minutes ago. "It's locked," I said, visibly shaking. We have to find another way out, said Joe. He didn't seem scared at all. That calmed me down too, because what could happen to us, right? We started to walk inside the building looking for a way out. The rattling was gone. Weird. Then all of a sudden, we heard another slam sound. I looked behind us, and I can still see that picture in my head. There it was. Bud. Laying on the floor. Not moving, nor breathing. I checked his pulse, and he was dead. He had a plank attached to his head with lots of blood on the floor. What the fuck? I yelled, and we started running towards the exit. I was so scared that I almost couldn't run. We made it to the exit and opened the door. How the fuck is it unlocked? Reagan yelled, and he started to cry as well. Then we started to run away from there so fast that we even forgot our bikes. I glanced back at the building, and I saw lights on in one room and a weird figure just waving at us. We stopped to catch our breath, and I called the police. We waited for what felt like at least 2 hours, but in reality, it was maybe 20 minutes. The cops arrived, and we explained what happened. They went in, and came out maybe 10 minutes later. They said that Bud was really dead, but the house was also empty. We were all shocked and started to cry a little. Or at least me and Reagan did. Joe was calm. Too calm. It was bizarre. Our friend just died, and all because we entered that abandoned ward. I never thought that this would be the last time I'm going to see Bud. You alright? I get Sebastian, I'm sorry. Bear with me. Bear with me. You okay, buddy? You okay? Do you want to say hi? Come on. Come on. A little blurry, I'm sorry, because of the blur effect of the green screen stuff. Hey, buddy. Alright, you need so much attention, I'm so sorry. I can't help it. I thought I'd just keep going. Oh, he's down. You alright, dear? You okay? You got food and stuff, so you should be fine. Let's get more water, too. Thought that was a nice thing to do. Okay. Let's jump into this, shall we? And that was The Last Day of Summer by NathanielPhoenix. Now, I kind of feel like the bizarre level of detail in this, where there's not a massive amount. There's random bits. And then there's also this strange feeling of like these friends are all weirdly just kind of not super scared. It doesn't feel like there's a great description of horror going on, right? Which is it's a bit of a shame. It kind of feels like it's a first story or like a little something you'd submit for like a school report or something like that, right? Something kind of simple and it throws together a fair amount of cliches, and it's just a little you don't really know exactly what the problem is or what the threat is. It takes the fear of the unknown a little too much while also trying to hit you with a bunch of things that could scare you. So I'm a little iffy. I think the story's all right. I was drawn to the title of it, which is what made me want to cover it, because I thought I'd time it fairly well with the actual end of summer. I thought that'd be kind of fun. But I think it's fine. I think there's nothing wrong with the story. I think it's quite good. I just yet again feel like, it's not that there's a mystery going on. It's not like one of those things where it's the fear of the unknown and you don't fully know what's going on. It's more that there's a lot of things going on, and I don't know if they're all connected, nor is there any explanation. Also, just Bud drops dead, and he's got like a plank on his head. There's like too much mystery and like zero things that connects any of it, and it's just a bit lacking. If I'm being completely honest, I still enjoyed it though. I still enjoyed it, and it immediately once I realized it was like 4 boys going on a crazy spooky adventure, the first thing and probably the best thing that ever came to my mind was it's from the 1980s. This is the movie Stand By Me, which is based on it's Stephen King if I remember right. But it's a coming of age movie about 4 boys who basically go on an adventure to find the body of a missing boy. Pretty good. It's pretty good. I wouldn't call it a horror. It has a horror element to it, but I wouldn't call it like outright horror, But yeah, Stand By Me. I think that's for sure just the immediate best call for that. Might have been a bird. I'm not sure. It sounded like a door. But I'm home alone. And I know I will be for the next 3 hours. So that's strange. Don't know if it was picked up. This is quite good at not picking up a variety of noises. Unless I'm talking. If I'm talking, it can't block it out. But if I'm not talking, then it doesn't pick it up. Yeah, so strange. My dad has anything to it. It's probably just a bird outside. Anyway, I've been Nate at Night. I've had a fantastic time, and I sure hope you have too. We will... Sebastian? Sounded like a little murmur, meow, kind of a whistling noise. It was a very low noise. Sebastian? That's him. I think he got lost in the closet. I definitely heard him. And he's fine. He's right here. He came out the closet. The fuck? You okay? He is a precious little boy. But God, sometimes he is so stupid. I think he got scared. I think he got scared in the closet on his own. These little murmurs. Oh God, that's funny. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and we will, well, see you for whatever's next. Take care out there. Shout out to these cool peeps. Seriously, we wouldn't have got this far without them. You're all amazing. I love you all so much. Honestly, tremendous work you do. Supporting the channel, keeping us afloat. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. You too could become a cool peep for just $1 a month. What that's going to get you is 2 weeks early access to future videos. It's also going to get you exclusive members-only content. And there might be extra goodies coming along the way. What can I say? I'm just charitable like that. Or you can become super cool. Now that's $5 a month, but what you're going to get out of that is all the perks from the previous tier, plus also 10% discount on future merchandise, and also access to my private Discord server with a fantastic little community that we have, where I plan on hosting monthly movie nights and also weekly casual hangouts. You can also show your support by tipping through either Super Chats, Super Thanks, both on YouTube, or through my Streamlabs.com URL, which will be in the description of future videos below. Cheers for now, guys!